Hello, we're launching at Dreamdata. Are you with us? I'm just checking right now if we're going actually live and let us know if you can see and hear us because you know the drill. Like we're here, we're not here. Let's just figure it out. Yes, we're live. Perfect. Hi, Stefan. We're launching. This is so excited. Guys, this is the biggest thing from Dreamdata launches ever. Do you have any guesses what we're launching today? I'm not asking you because you know.
Yeah. We've been putting out a few posts this morning, so some might have seen what's coming.
But if you have not seen the post, what are we launching? That's going to be a lot of fun. So everybody who's joining us live, we are so excited. This is the first time we're launching a product live. We're on Product Hunt. We have been doing a lot of posts this morning. And now we're talking with you. So let us know if you've got any comments, if you want to celebrate with us, if, I don't know, you want champagne. We'll have that a little later. No, that's going to be amazing. All righty. So, Stefan, before we start the slides and all the demos, what are we launching today?
Ooh, we are launching something we've named Audience Hub, which is pretty much basically the easiest way possible to utilize all your go-to-market data to create the most valuable audiences you can do anywhere.
Oh my God.
Pretty nice.
I can sense infinite possibilities of audiences and lists that you can do, but we're going to dig into those during this call. So guys who are checking in, let us know where you are joining us from. We're very excited. Let us know you're here, so we can also name drop you later or answer any of your questions. All right?
Yeah, please just ask a lot of very specific questions as we show you how the product works. And we love to get the feedback so we can continue to make the product even better.
Amazing. Let's do this. So we've got some slides and we've got a demo for you. So we hope this works. This is kind of the first time we're trying this for real. So if it doesn't, just please shout out so we all know. All right? Phoenix. Oh, Matt, you woke up early for this. That's nice.
What time is it? It must be like 7, 8 in the morning or something.
Yeah. Oh, that's great.
And somebody from Amit from India and Christopher from Österbro, Copenhagen. Nice to have you with us, guys.
Welcome. So I'll start sharing. Let's look at what we've got.
I'll click. I see your screen. Good.
So we're launching audience. 5 a.m. Matt, you're crazy. That's nice. Thank you for this. It deserves a big thanks. Good. So we're launching audiences today. Let's talk a little bit about audiences. So Stefan, how do you define audiences? What is it? And why is it a big thing?
Audiences, I think it's like when we started thinking about what is audience, like what is like, then the more we talked about it, it's like it's pretty much anything you do in go-to-market. It's the list that you make every single day. Who should I talk to? Who was on our G2 page? Who should we send a newsletter to? Who looks like somebody our BDR should be calling? Who should receive this ad? And so forth. It's really like, I think when you start thinking about what an audience is, it's all the people that you spend your time on every single day. It's like it's the accounts that you own in our CRM system. That could be an audience as well.
Nice. I love this.
I think if we just move on just a tiny bit, what's really, really, really exciting is that being able to access these audiences has really been limited to either marketers to use those systems that allowed them to that individual siloed system like a CRM system where they could download one list, but that list wouldn't typically be joined with another list like the G2 data or the ads data or the activity data on the website. With Dreamdata, we have kind of collected all the go-to-market data, so anything that is part of your B2B customer journey data, you can now get access to, and you don't just get access to it like in the traditional no-code way. This is like for real no-code. This is a no-code so marketers can do it. So you don't have to write a single piece of code to build any audience utilizing any bit of your go-to-market data. You just click with a button, and that's what we're going to show them in a minute.
Oh my God. It is amazing. I mean, guys, if me, I'm not a marketer,
Yeah.
in sales can build an audience without coding or hacking or zapping anything, it's big. It's
Maybe we
like
should actually take turns then, so we both display that we're able to.
we keep it to you. You prepare this, okay?
Yeah,
So I'm
okay.
here just for the slides and you're here for the demo.
Mm.
And then we're gonna do many more videos later for even me building the audiences. We do that. Okay, let's talk about a little bit about the data itself.
Yeah, this is what I just mentioned briefly before. Just want to recap what is actually making Dreamdata different. The difference is that we have collected any bit of go-to-market data from whatever silo that it resides in today. If we had only done that, that would still be a very hard thing to work with. But our algorithms automatically models the data, so it's completely cleaned up and organized in an account-based fashion. So you have every account that you deal with and all the touches on these accounts from whatever silo that it comes from, nicely cleaned, organized. And so far, we've been giving this to our users through our application, where we've had a bunch of really powerful reports available and customer journey maps, etc. And we've made it as accessible, the refined models inside the data warehouse, so you could use any kind of BI tool you have to access it. And lastly, you've been able to then also automate certain parts of it. If you then click once, Laura.
I click once.
Boom.
Oh, okay.
Now you get something like this, which is the audience hub, which is, you can say, somewhat of a middle layer that allows you to go directly into the data warehouse.
Nice.
Without writing a single line of code. You just click and use the filters we have inside of Dreamdata, and you can save any kind of audience that you can imagine, and you can ship it to your BDRs, you can sync it to Google and LinkedIn, you can download it and put it into your email system or whatever you want. It's basically, yeah, it's the easiest way possible for you to access all your go-to-market data.
Yeah. And the modeling part, why is it so important for B2Bs? Because collection, nice and difficult, but there is a modeling part that is tough for B2Bs to gather. Why is that?
Yeah, there's a multitude of problems here with the modeling part. Imagine you pull data from your CRM, your marketing automation, your CS software, your website, your intent data, etc. And all of these places, they would probably have the account called Dreamdata. So suddenly, if you just collected it, you would have 5 or 8 or 10 different Dreamdata accounts, each of them with their own little part of the customer journeys. And with Dreamdata, that all gets cleaned up and unified into one company that is called Dreamdata. And then you have every single touch on this account available inside of the Dreamdata data warehouse.
Nice. And then we move over to the audience themselves. Okay, so let's talk about the audiences and syncs. What is it that we're launching?
It's actually two things. So we call it the audience hub because you need both for it to really be powerful. One thing is the audiences, which is basically the easiest way you can do to create the most relevant audiences anywhere from all your go-to-market data. But it's not just the audiences. You can make all the audiences you want, even on the free tiers.
Nice.
But you're also able, by utilizing our syncs, to put the data back into ad platforms where you need them as a B2B marketer. And we do two things here. One is that we do the whoops.
Exactly.
Yeah, it is quite fantastic. So first of all, we close the revenue feedback loop to the ad platforms using their conversions API. So clicks you bought 3 months or 6 months ago, we send back to Google or LinkedIn as that account becomes a customer. That means the ad platforms get smarter and smarter and smarter every time we send more information back to them. The other thing that we're now launching is the ability to sync an audience back into LinkedIn and Google. This means that you can create matched audiences list of any kind of company combination that you want just with a click. And immediately after that, we sync it to LinkedIn and they will match it within 48 hours. And you can apply it to any kind of ad campaign that you have running in there. Same goes for Google Ads. Make a list of contacts, hit one button, and it syncs to Google Ads.
Wow.
But we have all the details coming up.
Let's go. So, audiences. Let's have a look into the audiences.
Yes, let's just think a little bit about how it is to create a list today. I think name any kind of company and they will have hundreds, if not thousands, of lists of companies and contacts scattered around different kinds of laptops, in different kinds of folders, in their CRM system, etc. Dreamdata Audiences basically helps you to unify all these lists so they just live one place, so they don't have to be scattered all kinds of very different places. You don't have to do these kind of manual downloads of the CSV or uploads of the CSV. If you want to create audiences on LinkedIn, you just click one button and then the list you have on your screen goes directly to LinkedIn or to Google.
Nice.
And I think the most empowering thing here that is really that you do not have to rely on your data team anymore. You don't need to go to that developer at your job you have a good relation with, that get that person to download that list for you or to create that list for you of different kind of data combinations.
Yeah.
Any marketer can do this just with a click of a button, probably faster and better than whatever a data engineer could do for them, because all the filtering and sorting of the data has already been done by Dreamdata.
Yeah. And usually as a marketer, you would, of course, make sure that those lists live in your CRM, but you might have some lists for, I don't know, you ran an event and a list of campaigns and you would like to execute that as well. There is a possibility both to have those unified, but also just to pick it up from your CRM, which is where most of the teams would prefer to have that data.
Cool. Let's show them how to do this.
Let's do this.
So we basically listed a bunch of lists really to exemplify how lists are really the bread and butter of B2B go-to-market. There's your list of ideal customer profiles. There's your list of people who participated in events. There's the list of people you want to get a review from because they have a high frequency inside of your product.
Nice.
So they might make sense to ask. There might be intent data lists or webinar data, webinar participant lists that you want somebody to call or you want to send them a mail.
Yeah. We're going to show you those pieces, but let us know what type of list do you usually try to action your data on, or what type of lists are you keeping in order to use it for later audiences or what you'd like to do. Then it might inspire us to do additional demo on those, but we're going to look into exactly those right now.
Yeah, that would actually be fun. So if you have a list that you quite typically have to create quite often, just type it into the chat on LinkedIn and we'll catch it there.
Yeah, we'll do that. All right.
Now the technical part. Can I start sharing my screen? And
I stop sharing and you start sharing it.
Let's see. So I click share screen. I click Dreamdata here. Dude, am I coming through?
Yeah, I can see it.
Wonderful. Great. Okay. So we're on our demo account now. And I basically want to show you all these kinds of lists that we mentioned. To do so, I start by clicking audiences. And here are some of the saved audiences that we have available on our demo account. Up in the right corner here, I'll go to click new audience. If I need to zoom, Laura, you can just tell me. Maybe
I think we should zoom in more. Just like a lot more.
I like a lot more. Great.
That's good.
Good. Now we have a list of all the companies that have had any kind of activity the last 7 days.
Nice.
But we can do a lot more. So the first question was, give me a list of our ideal customer profiles. Mm-hmm. What I do here is I click the add condition. Then I go here down to, you see there's a lot of different options here to apply different kinds of advanced settings. I'll start by applying a company property. A company property could be, we know how big we want the companies typically to be that we want to deal with. So I apply the right kind of size, let's say from 250 upwards to 10,000. And I hit apply and apply.
I'll just mute your computer, just in case. Oh, sorry.
Good.
There we go.
Now we have 28,000 companies. Now this is probably a bit too broad to say that that's our ICP. So let's continue to add some filtering here. Let's also say that they need to be in certain industries. Mm-hmm. We know we do good in certain parts. It could be the software, it could be media, consumer service, professional, commercial, professional service, and I hit apply again. and apply. Good. Now we're
Okay.
down to 6,000.
A better list, yeah.
If it's a list to call, it's probably still too broad. So we can.
Depends on how many salespeople
But
we
if
got,
it's a list we want to send the ads to, it might be quite okay. But we could just say, okay, let's also make sure that they're situated in the countries that is typically where we normally sell. So let's go United States, United Kingdom, and yeah, let's include Canada. Good. And I hit apply once more. And now we're down to 3,500. So this could be a list of companies of the right size, of the right industry, in the right countries. Then I basically just click Save Audience. I could call it ICPs. And I hit Save. Now this list is available for anybody in our company. We can send a direct list to the company, to this list. We can download the CSV if anybody needs to work with it somewhere else. And we can sync it, but I'll just hold back just 1 second on this.
Good.
Do we have any comments that we need, or lists that we need to build?
Not really.
Yet?
So far, only Jonathan said that this is really cool. And Matt said website audiences engaged in specific pages in specific time frame. Ooh. I love this one.
Let's try.
Very good.
Okay, I'll just get rid of what we had before. So let's maybe just recap what's inside of Dreamdata. It's your CRM data, it's your marketing automation data, it's your CS data, it's your outbound data, it's your review platforms, and it's your website. So we actually have all the conditions we need to try to take up Matt's challenge. So can you...
Website audiences engaged in specific pages, let's say pricing.
Yeah.
Website audiences engaged in pricing in a specific time frame.
Yes.
And let me tell you one more thing, that we don't have them as an SQL yet.
Ooh, okay. And I need to see if I can remember. Is it here?
So,
oh, not that one. So ad condition, channel, source, campaign, event.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Page view.
Is that the one you use? It's not called URL. Let's see. I can't remember.
Page view, at least once. Good.
And is it event? Is it stage? I'm probably gonna be teased afterwards for not being able to remember how to get that.
Yes. Good. Where
is it? Dreamdata members, if you show me how to do this. I can't remember it right now.
So if you had the landing page.
Oh yeah, sorry.
Equals pricing.
Yeah, we can do that.
There we go.
And go.
Good.
And Matt said also a specific,
in specific
28 days.
Yeah, specific time frame. And then.
Oh yeah, so let's start with that.
How many people do we got? 62 companies. Great.
And then we can say where stage is
not reached.
Did not reach
SQL. So out of those 62 companies, what have we got as a tiny list to start working on? Because they were 45 companies. Great. So you can use it for a lot of things. What would you use it for, Stefan?
If I were a salesperson, I would be extremely interested in checking out, if you then scroll down a little bit down here, you'll see these have been anonymized, a lot of them, because it's our demo account. But on your own account, you'll be able to see exactly what are those companies that have been on the pricing page and have not become sales qualified lead yet.
So who you're going to call.
Thanks for the challenge, Matt.
Great. All righty. So, Jeremy's asking something.
What's
okay, Jeremy, don't throw very difficult stuff to us. So what about accounts that have not performed an action, were on the demo page but did not submit a form? We can do that, but we continue with the list so far. And if we have the time, we're going to take on Jeremy's challenge as well.
Just put
all right.
The slide here again. So that's a very typical thing for marketers would be probably somebody who participated in a webinar or attended something. I'll share this again. So here I would need to use events, and then let's say if I write attended webinar,
Nice.
I got the event called attended webinar. Let's just say everybody we had on a webinar last year. 846 companies. If there's probably two flows here that I would consider.
Yeah.
One, I could save the audience and push it into LinkedIn or Google to kind of increase the ad pressure. Or if you have a good BDR team, you can send them this list. These people took part of webinars last year. You can find out what webinars it was, and you can start calling them.
Nice.
But actually, you probably want to do that kind of stage filtering. So
but they're maybe not a client. They're not a new business.
Yes, exactly. Did not reach SQL. So we don't end up calling customers that are not or have already bought.
Exactly. That's
So
good.
Typical bread and butter list again. It could also be that we wanted to utilize all the data that we get from G2, the intent data there of accounts that are on G2.
Yeah, this is amazing.
Do we want to? Yeah, I can do another thing. So I will go back here and then I'll say condition source G2. And then apply. And now we're like at Dreamdata, we're a customer of G2, so we get all the intent data of those that visit category pages, our page, our competitor pages, etc. So I'll just say, let's just get all of that from this year. Notice again, there's no one writing any code here. I just click, I have access to all our go-to-market data. I can make whatever list that I want to be making.
And before in time, if you had to make a list like that, what did you need to do as a marketer?
Good question, Laura. So I would need to, first of all, I need to log into G2, work with all the filtering they had. Then when I'm done filtering, I would probably download a CSV file. I would then need to clean up this CSV file. And then maybe you'd need to upload it to, if you want to run ads, upload it to LinkedIn. You might want to put it in a spreadsheet, which is like classic stupid way of doing it. But you put it into a spreadsheet and then you say to the BDR team, call them.
Yeah.
If your data people hears this, they will probably say, you need to put it into the CRM system. So down from D2 up to the CRM system and then down again when the BDR is starting to call them.
So speaking about the data that has to be in your CRM, this is already joined for you. So
I can see Amit is asking about show the list again. Let's see what else we got.
I think one point that is very relevant for B2B SaaS marketers especially is the review lists. So you mentioned some things like if you want more better reviews on, let's say, G2 from your clients, how would you use an audience for that?
Yeah, this is, so we take reviews super seriously at Dreamdata because it makes the life easier for everybody if we collect a lot of good reviews. Typically, those that you can get a review from are the ones that are using your product. Since we're a software-based company, we have people using our application. So again, we can use the event filter here. And then I would say page view. You had some kind of page view, but I would also like to, is it possible here that you can say, is it here the host filter exists? No. Let's see. Dashboards. How is it I do this? So page view. Am I stupid or what?
And then if you add the condition, if that was a page view at least that many times, now that's an or, and that.
We'll get back to you on this
We'll
one.
get back to you on this one. Good.
So
But infinite possibilities. This is possible as well.
LinkedIn ad impressions, login, redirect, login.
But then you can add the page view, the app itself as well.
Yeah. I can't recall this. Okay.
All right.
Anyway,
Filter by property in the top right corner.
You have your page views, and then you want to say only the page views.
There's
that
a filter by property on the right. Lars is writing that to
Lars
you.
is writing.
Yes,
Fantastic.
Lars, thank you. You saved us.
Here we have those. Oh, thank you, Lars. Okay, great. So here you can also actually, because we have the tracking installed in several different places, you can say, I only want to look at those that had a page view inside of the application. Boom, boom. And now we have the 350 companies that did have a page view inside of our product. Thank you, Lars.
Perfect. Now you can call those people or ask them for reviews through emails.
Yes. So now we made it as a company list, but you could make it as a contact list as well, so you could see specifically those contacts that were utilizing
this.
Really nice. Time is really flying.
Yes, time is flying. So we also had intent data list, third-party retargeting list, signal-based list for SDRs. One thing that was really blowing the mind of our prospects when we were talking about this before we move over to the syncs was LinkedIn engagement ads mapped with visits on your website to retarget those. So once you've got companies, and I'm going to talk through that, we can show you the demo later. I'll create a video for it. So you've got intent from LinkedIn as touches on your company's journey. And you will start seeing that it takes around a month for them to come into the website and one more month to convert on your website. You can shorten that cycle by starting to retarget those people, create a list of people who have seen your LinkedIn ads and were on your website at least once, and start doing retargeting on those. That even can shorten your time to demo booked as well. Thank you, Alberto, for teaching me this.
Good, but we've basically created a bunch of different lists now that we like. Now we want to use those lists for something. And what we can do is we can basically sync this data back into LinkedIn and Google just with clicking a button. So we can take all this conversion data that I talked to you about before, that somebody clicked an ad, 6 months go by, and then they signs a contract with you. We then automatically close that revenue feedback loop using the conversions API. And what is it LinkedIn says? I think it cuts off 20% per acquisition.
Cost of acquisition cost,
which is insanely large. We also help you sync these audiences into LinkedIn. So you just need to click a button and you run ads towards them. And the greatest thing is that these audiences are dynamic. So it's not just what is in the audience today. So somebody sees your pricing page tomorrow. If the account enters tomorrow, then the next day it's on the LinkedIn ad audience as well. So without a further ado, I just want to go straight in here. So we go to syncs. The first thing I talked about, the conversions API, I just click here. And then I can basically just add whatever pipeline stage that I want to send back to LinkedIn.
Nice.
So it's extremely easy, and we automatically then helps you save money. But to use the audiences that we've just been creating, I go here to LinkedIn, and here you can then see here's different kind of audiences that we've been building. You've created. We're out of syncs right now, so. Just to demo it, I can show it from on our own account right now. And I go to syncs, match the audiences. And then I can create a new one. So I choose our ad account. And then I choose whatever audience that have not yet been shipped. And I hit save. And now I have here the list of competitors, that are companies that have been using our competitor. I have a list of my own customers. I have a list of the companies that are in a sales process, the contacts that are in a sales process. This is basically our target account or ABM list of the companies that we want to warm up. And what you see here then is that here's 22 million LinkedIn members.
Nice.
With a match rate of more than 90%, which I can then head straight into LinkedIn and find there and run my ads towards. And I can use my list of customers and as an exclusion audience, so we don't run ads towards our current customers. Doesn't get much easier than that.
It's very easy. Absolutely. And then talk a little bit more about the match rates, because I can see the match rate over there.
Yeah,
what is
let's
that?
actually go to, we have them here on the slides, which is something that's quite significant that we've discovered, because we at Dreamdata, we're building just to solve this use case. We know exactly what data we need to send to LinkedIn. So if you want to do this manually, they have a template where you need to download all the information that you need to upload. Or you download a template, then you gather a list of things, and then you clean it up nicely, and then you upload it again. All of these things we already know, so we submit it to LinkedIn in a perfect state.
Nice.
Which means LinkedIn is able to identify extreme amounts of users. That's also seen here. This is some of our audiences that we have uploaded to Google, the contacts we are sending. So typically you just, because you're lazy, marketers just ships emails.
You're not lazy, you're clever. Now you're going to use this.
Lazy or clever. But what we know is that you can actually send more things to Google. You can send their first name, you can send their last name, you can send the country they're from. And you can see the match rate of the audience that we typically ship to Google Ads is beyond good. It's like close to perfect, which is very exciting because this unlocks a lot of different use cases inside of Google Ads.
Really, really
These
nice.
contacts you can tell Google to bid more for. So if we identify somebody who's on the list and they search on Google, you can say, I want to pay more for having this person click on my link.
Wow.
Or you can do display ads if you can build a big enough audience and then say, give me all the contacts we have and then run display ads towards them. So there's like endless opportunities to be creative about how you use this data.
Can you match intent on, let's say, LinkedIn with building audiences on Google, like kind of mixing and matching the platforms that you're using?
Here you need to do a little bit of a workaround because LinkedIn only gives us company level data. So you'd need to first find the companies that have ad engagement. Then you would need to join the contacts you know from this company.
Okay, yeah.
And then you ship it to Google. One thing I discovered while using this for ourselves is that, so Google have this match rate, which is, they say, how many do we know who are? That doesn't equal how many that they have consent to run ads towards. That mean that like whatever, I'm probably not saying it correct, but their cookie has expired or they're not able to reach them through browsers or whatever it is. So typically, to make Google Ads audiences work, you need to ship in a lot of contacts.
Right, right.
Let's go look at it. Do you have questions from people?
Yeah, that's right. Let's have a look if there are any
Happy
questions.
to demo.
Oh, yes, Matt is asking questions. So this is taking behavioral targeting and retargeting to a new level. Well done, Dreamdata. What about engagements with offline, like events, sales meetings? Where should that data be coming from to add into an audience hub? Good question.
Super good question, Matt. So this is, whatever place this takes place, if it goes into your CRM system, Dreamdata daily syncs the CRM system, which means that whenever it has synced, we can use this audience builder to fetch the data that we want to be going for. So that might be like people you met at a conference. Let's try to retarget their company afterwards and then limit by them working in the right functions like marketing or sales or something.
Yeah. Yep. So that's possible.
And the thing what makes this different is that it's purely running on first-party data that you have collected yourself. So there's no guessing or sketchy third-party data that you don't know whether you're hitting the right people or not. This is the data you've collected yourself and then easily organized into a way that you can then retarget them or just target them on different kinds of ad platforms.
I love it. That's really cool. Are there any other ideas which you have tried out for ourselves and audiences so far?
We can go back to the. I'll just reshare the list here.
Hmm?
And Jeremy, let me know if I'm missing any of the obvious examples here. Event attendee webinar list.
We're basically covered most of them.
Yeah, but maybe we can just we can spend a little bit more time on the audience builder here just to see what it is.
Lars is asking, what does Laura's t-shirt say? I don't know. What does it say? It might be an ad in a live, right? Thank you, Lars. I love my gift.
We can look at the filters here just to show you how much you can do. You can have the channel or the source or the campaign as a condition. So,
yeah.
You can say somebody came from a specific ad on Google. I want to target them on LinkedIn because you say, let's go campaign. And then we say, what do we have there? We probably have something that's called competitor. Yeah, so good old Visible, we sometimes try to steal customers from, and it's going quite well. But so we can say those that arrive to the website from that campaign, we run a LinkedIn specific campaign for them. Let's get rid of this one. Same for your sources.
Nice.
You probably have an infinite amount of like people who engage with your newsletter, or people who clicked from Capterra, or people you had a meeting with, or came from Quora. Or
I like the one about the sales touches. So picking up the sales, especially if you're running a lot outbound and you already had a meeting or a call to those companies, you can build a list to start doing ads on.
Let's say, we had a meeting with them last year, but they've not become a customer.
Nice. This is true sales and marketing collaboration, because now it's not only marketing producing something for sales, but sales have produced a meeting, a call, and then marketing picking it up to start retargeting those as well, having an audience on those ones. I love it.
We could actually, we could say that we could even apply we can apply ICP criteria as well. So we don't run a target everyone you had a meeting with, but only the ones that have the right size. We can go here and say company employees. Here we go.
Nice.
So it's not for everybody, but it's for those that has the right type of company size. Boom. Easy peasy, no code, just click.
Nice.
Just click,
Almost
click.
600 companies to run some ads on.
So you see, it takes a little bit of the amount of advanced stuff you can do here is absolutely fantastic. So it needs a little bit of getting used to.
Yeah.
Any account that had a LinkedIn ad impression.
I love this one.
Somebody who logged into your product. Somebody who clicked an email. Like, it's only your imagination that sets limitations here.
Yeah.
And remember, every time you press save, it gets stored here on the audience list. And here, anybody from your whole team can access the lists, whether it's your sales team, marketers, customer success people. There's basically no limit. You can have a list of your customers and do customer marketing to them when you launch a new product. You want to show them the new product. Does Matt have another good question for us?
Matt is asking, what are some use cases that might not be mainstream? Anything for direct mail or integrating with a company like PFL for a mix of direct mail, marketing automation platform, or CRM integration? It's loaded.
It's actually good, Matt. So if you had that as so the direct mail campaign is quite fun. So that's probably, you could do some kind of integrated account-based marketing. So firstly, you register it as a campaign in your CRM that you ship the direct mail.
Nice.
And then once the direct mail has arrived, you then make a list that your BDRs are to call, and the marketers, or maybe you even you want to start the digital ads. So you start warming up the account. And then 2 weeks later, Matt ships the letters. And then 2 weeks later, again, the BDRs needs to do a call and ask if the direct mail arrived.
I love this. And you're meeting them both physically without actually meeting them, ads, and then later BDRs give them the call. This is amazing. Love it. And Jeremy is talking about our customers right now. So shameless shout out to those Dreamdata users we're seeing on our real-time dashboard that are on the Audience Hub feature on their Dreamdata account right now. We love you, customers. Thank you for trying this out.
Yeah.
Do we have any final questions before we wrap up? We're almost at the 45 minutes mark.
Yeah. But honestly, just go try it out, because you'll be so incredibly empowered. You never have to go ask any of the data people anymore to help. You'll be kicking their ass just saying, I can fetch all the different data myself. You don't have to help me.
That's cool.
And if you want to put it into LinkedIn, you just go straight to LinkedIn and put it there.
Precisely. So no more coding, no more hacking, only clever work, no more stupid Excels and CSVs. Do the smart work. Get the data collected, cleansed for you, and then you can execute it. Guys, this is amazing. We will be sharing so many winning stories from our clients that are already seeing the great results of our Audiences Hub. Oh yeah. So Stefan, what are the next steps that we want people to take? What's the call to action here?
Just memory note for ourselves. If you have a Dreamdata account, Audience is live today. You can just start using it. Get your sales team involved, get your marketing team involved. The syncs, though, they're only available for the paid tiers, so you need to upgrade to at least the team tier.
Yep.
If you do not have a Dreamdata account, it's free to start. Connect your data. 24 hours later, you'll be able to use the audience builder. Mm-hmm. If you just want to know a little bit more and talk with somebody like Laura or the rest of the account executives, just book a demo, and we're happy to explain you how this works for your company.
Yes.
I think that's just about it. Thank you both. Matt, thank you so much for all the good questions.
Thank you very much, everybody. See you as soon as you become our audience after this one.
Start syncing.